today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by Aaron Rodgers, a Northern Cal native, played his college football just across the bay at Berkeley.
I would expect him to get a good reception, being back in the home area, without a doubt. They remember how well he played for Cal. But think about how his pro career started. He thought he might be the first pick in the entire draft. Instead, Alex Smith was selected, and he went to San Francisco. He has to go all the way to 24 before Green Bay grabs him. And there's a guy who's eventually going to be in the Hall of Fame, or eventually was going to be in the Hall of Fame, sitting in front of him. He had to sit for that time, had to learn, had to wait, had to burn for his opportunity. Once he got it, boy, did he make good on it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers a week ago for Kupp: 5 catches, 52 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And look at this for the second straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. It's Rodgers. Flush down right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now we're going to get a timeout out here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. He took out some anger, some apparent anger against that defense. The yards just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah, he was just running up and down the field doing whatever he wanted. By the end of the game, he was seeing 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every snap. Yet he was still making play after play. It's like he's running routes versus air in practice.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one caught by Ridley.
The pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Are you serious, dog?
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Kevin Ridley, 71 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag out to the tight end.
They've been able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that one drops incomplete as he got hooked as he was throwing it.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard run. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great...
It's caught inside the 25.
Yeah, baby.
Across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Calvin Ridley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
A gain of 4. This is
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the Cardinals set of defense. Not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
21-0 our score after one.
Score Niners 21, Seahawks nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Higgins. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A gain of 12.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He was brought down by Calvin Grugier-Hill.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 16. It's a 9-yard gain and it keeps the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Working from the gun. Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
To Rashard
A
Higgins.
nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on
So stuck from the 2, and now 1.
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
2-yard
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Seahawks 7.
Walsh adds the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they make a lot bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense really rolled around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown, George Kittle with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. That's a heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the 49ers continue to roll.
For the extra point.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it. But think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This pass complete to Higgins.
Rodgers pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Niners
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
First and 10.
30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And they passed him out to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, you don't have to be ingenious to watch this game and figure out. They've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
59. Mike's 59.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
George Kittle, incomplete.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Back to throw again. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle as time expires in the first half. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing and then throw in the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To gain a 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from hard. Incomplete.
To the sideline.
Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base and he's jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to something like puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Rodgers able to get this to Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Melvin Gordon.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
He's across midfield with a 48-yard line. A gain of 4. And this is third.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of
first down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Melvin Gordon
and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get on field and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Niners 15. Seahawks 10.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some big points on it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in this.
And this is caught. And he and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great
The
plays.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now here in Santa Clara.
57.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And they'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st down, Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Seahawks.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
I got it. Check. 53.
Rodgers now on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Bud Dupree, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
It's a swarm ball. Line 55. Line 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers to Gordon, out left.
Rodgers.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game. There, hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you can go for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First toss of the game here for the backup Barkley. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Barkley airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. Something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But at it's all about the fantasy points here.
Because this ball game
complete
is
to
over.
Jerry Judy.
A good pickup there, 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Harder to beat.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see a totally different match.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Open man is Higgins. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also... lead to a 4th down.
Formation.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Here's Rodgers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Oh, yeah.
And into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Good. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Seahawks 12. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Take four.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. That'll be caught by Cup. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 15.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.